it's a fruit. It's healthy. It's natural. It's good for me, right? Well, actually, all the fruit that we find today in supermarkets is not natural. It is the product of human breeding for thousands and thousands of years to make them extra sweet, extra juicy. In the same way that humans have been breeding dogs from the time of the gray wolves into chihuahuas and golden retrievers, these are not natural types of dogs. We've bred wolves into these dogs. Fruit is the same thing. We've bred species of fruit to make these beautiful grapes without any seeds and just this little pocket of sugar. And so a grape, when you look at it, actually, it's just a big dose of sugar. It's in the fruit format, so people think it's good for them. But actually, when it comes to your glucose levels, it's just a big glucose spike. But the thing is, a piece of whole fruit is okay because it has fiber in it. The real problem comes when you denature that piece of fruit and you turn it into a juice, for example. Because then you're removing that protective fiber and just extracting the water and the sugar. It's just like drinking a can of Coke, but people think, well, it comes from a piece of fruit, so it's natural. Orange juice comes from oranges. Therefore, it's good for you because it's natural. What they don't realize is that the sugar in a can of soda is also natural. It comes from sugar beets or canes. So if you're really looking at the source of the sugar, you realize it doesn't matter at all. They all come from plants. What matters is the concentration and the medium that the sugar is in.
There's some things that I eat that don't taste sweet that cause a glucose spike.
Like bread?
Like bread.
Yeah.
Like rice.
Well, the thing is, glucose is actually not sweet. What you're tasting in fruit is fructose. So let me explain. So starches like bread, pasta, rice, potatoes, oats, those are starches. Those are literally millions of glucose molecules just attached hand to hand like this. That's a starch. It's just a long chain of glucose. When you eat the starch, poof, it turns into individual glucose molecules, raises your blood sugar, even though it doesn't taste sweet. In a piece of fruit or in sugar, you're not eating starch. What you're eating is sucrose, a different kind of molecule, which is half glucose, half fructose. So when it breaks down, it gives you glucose and a spike, but also fructose that tastes really sweet, but doesn't raise your blood sugar levels that much.
Is there any such thing as good sugar?
No. People often believe that if the sugar is coming from a fruit, for example, in a fruit smoothie that they might have in the morning, that's good sugar, but that sugar that's in a cake is bad sugar. So people tend to compare these two and say, oh, well, I'm having a fruit smoothie that's good for me, but oh, that chocolate cake would be bad for me. That's a total lie. It's all the same molecules. The molecules in that fruit smoothie and the molecules in that chocolate cake are the same. It's sucrose. It's the same stuff. And your body doesn't differentiate whether the sugar is in a fruit smoothie or the sugar is in a chocolate cake. So all sugar is the same. Even, honey, agave, maple syrup, all these things that have these health halos because of marketing, it's all the same molecules. So I recommend that people just have the sugar that they like best. Don't think that one is going to be better for you than the other. And have all sugar as dessert. So that fruit smoothie, that's also dessert. It's not super healthy because it comes from fruit. It's just like the chocolate cake.